Allergy sufferers know this time of year can be brutal, but a new study from the U of M says our allergy seasons might be on the verge of actually getting worse.
Yeah, we asked our WDIV insiders if they feel seasonal allergies have gotten worse over the past 5 years. Well, 96% of you said yes. Our Grant Herms, who happens to fall in one of those groups, is here with us for that story. Grant.
Jason, Karen, you know, I am miserable this time of year. We are right in the thick of tree pollen season, which so many of us are just painfully aware of right now. I'm actually going to not stand here anymore. We asked those insiders what they thought was behind their worsening allergy symptoms, and a lot of them said climate change, and they may just be right.
Every spring, summer, and fall, allergy sufferers in Metro Detroit brace for the inevitable.
Pollen really brings out the worst in me. It's a really bad time. Scratchy throat. It's all of the worst things always happen around this time of year.
29-year-old Robbie Harden has been living with allergies his whole life.
I was just outside in recess one day, and I came inside, and one of my teachers asked if I was, in a fight or something because my face was all puffy and stuff. That was kind of like my big rude awakening that seasonal allergies can really affect me in a pretty big way.
His allergies and the asthma that came with it were so severe, he ended up in the hospital over and over.
It was really scary, especially when I was, younger, and I didn't really understand what was really going on with my body and stuff.
Millions of children are treated for pollen allergies every year, according to the Mayo Clinic. Those seasonal allergies that often come with childhood asthma don't have a cure and do permanent damage to the lungs. And new research from the University of Michigan shows allergy season will get longer and stronger, boosted by the effects of climate change.
When we have warmer temperatures, kind of as we move towards the end of the century, we see that, one, the pollen seasons are actually going to get longer, which is a big impact on allergy sufferers. And then also there's probably going to be more pollen in the atmosphere as a result of the warmer temperatures.
Professor Allison Steiner is the co-author of a new study published in the journal Nature. She says her findings show allergy season could start 40 days earlier and last 19 days longer as the climate warms. She told us about her work on a walk through the Matai Botanical Gardens in Ann Arbor, ground zero for an allergen explosion.
The part that was a little bit unexpected was in some regions we saw a lot of the different timing of pollen sort of collapse and sort of, instead of happening one after the other, a lot of those tended to collapse together, and so they're being emitted at the same time.
And that means more pollen, up to 200% more on the highest end of their model, which might mean people without allergies now could have them later, leaving many unprepared.
Right now, about 30% of Americans have seasonal allergies. And as the loads continue to increase, people can develop sensitivities to pollen over time. And so we might expect that more people are going to start to suffer from allergies if the pollen concentrations in the air are higher.
And that means so many more may find themselves looking for a plan, just like Robbie.
I check the pollen report every springtime. It's just something that, I have to do to make sure that I know, is today going to be a good day or a bad day?
And now weather can play a role in this too. Dr. Steiner was telling me about something called thunder asthma, which means our stronger storms because of climate change can break down pollen into smaller particles that gets into our lungs and into our nasal passages, and it can even affect people who don't have allergies. But she said the evidence for at least that is in its early stages right now. Back to you.
Yeah, and it's also for people who don't have allergies like me. I've noticed an uptick a little bit over the last few years as well. Grant, the question I guess is, what can we do about all this then?
Well, for starters, really, it's making sure you know what kind of tree you're planting in both our yards and our cities to help tamp down on that pollen while we try to mitigate the broader effects of climate change. So it's best to look at the pollen season for the tree you're going to plant in your front yard before you break ground, Jason.
All right. Yeah, good stuff. All right, Grant, thanks.